You could play a pretty good Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, Batosai.
The Batosai. Like
if you're going as the Batosai, I'm going as Shishio. Because me and you all keep going back and forth.
Exactly.
You gonna bring us in?
No.
What?
You are.
Oh my God, fine.
Hey, everybody. Go ahead. You got it.
Hey, everybody.
There you go.
Oh.
Trying to get my Mr. Problematic on. It's your girl, CC the Geek. We have a very special episode with a very special guest. Before I introduce her, I would like to let my co-hosts introduce themselves. So, Mr. Problematic, you want to start us off?
Hi. It's me again. I'm back. I'm still here. It's Metro Tom, a.k.a. Alex. Nigga. Go ahead, Rio.
Yep, it's Rio, Griffin Studios. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. And but we're gonna make it. All of us together.
Let's say salutation in words.
Wow. Leave him alone. He's living his best life. A connoisseur. And with us, we have the wonderful, the multi-talented Tranquil Ashes. Tranquil, we are so excited to have you.
Insert cheering noises.
Yes.
All right. You are a woman of many talents. Cosplayer, both seamstress and armor builder, makeup artist, body painter, all these various things that you do. Talk a little bit about who you are and what all you got going on.
Well, be more proud, Baltimore native. Yeah. Gang. Other than that, I've always been into the arts, honestly. I've always been into the anime culture or the, I guess, pop culture now. But I was in it back in the day when it was not so popular to be an anime or a nerd fan. But times have gotten better. And I honestly got most of this, what I'm doing now, from living in Japan. I was there for over 2.5 years. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was already a fan of pop culture, but living there was a completely different experience. And I started, messing around with makeup because I lived by myself. When I had time off, what am I going to do? And I got invited to participate or try out for a international play in my Japanese hometown. And I was like, well, let's go for it. And I did it, and I started doing makeup, and I got back home to the States, and it was like, let's do a thing. And now just can go in full steam ahead on all the art.
What part of Japan did you live in?
I lived in Toyama Korobeshi. And
oh my God, you said that so well.
Domo. I was there for a while. Like, I got the nuance there, but there's no one here that speaks Japanese, so I've lost an extremely large amount of my ability to speak there. But I lived in, so if you take Japan, it's in the shape of a shoe. Right in the center to the left, there's this little sea. You'll see it. I was right there. I was 20 minutes from the mountains, 20 minutes from the ocean.
Oh, wow.
I'm Google mapping you right now.
Toyama Kuro.
Wow.
Kuro.
You already know I'm not going to be able to.
Right.
I'm about to just zoom. I'm about to zoom out. And I'm about to scroll over the ocean.
Right.
And then I'm about to, your device will restart outside of active hours.
Yeah, you don't believe me.
I'm so glad that you touched on that. Your life in Japan. Talk a little bit about what made you take that leap of faith. What did you do there? How did you make a living there? We talked. You had also mentioned that you got into fashion there, doing fashion makeup as well. And then you've been in other places overseas, like Rome and.
So initially, when I was in college, I wanted, how you have study abroad. And of course, naturally, being, a person into anime, comics, all that stuff, I wanted to go to Japan. But my school's program or something along the lines either didn't have it for that year or something. So I had to choose. I was like, I still want to go somewhere. I still want to try something. So I went to Italy and stayed in Rome instead, which was definitely a great choice. I really feel like I was like living in a picture book the whole time because everything is so picturesque there. And the weather is beautiful, perfect. Like I hate it hot and it doesn't get too hot there. Like it's a cool 80, 75 all the time.
Wow.
So, so that's dope. And so after that little taste, I was like, oh, I gotta go try some other stuff. So after I graduated college, I took a class in Japanese and I taught for a year and I went and tried out for the JET program, which I think still is the most prestigious Japanese English teaching program you can get into. You have to have a bachelor's degree to start it. So like that,
Damn.
I guess that's your benchmark right there. And I was like, all right. And so when I got in, I had a lot of free time. And I was like, you know what? I don't have all this money for this makeup. Like this makeup is expensive. I'm using Japanese dollars. It's rough, So I decided to go on YouTube and I saw that people were doing makeup contests. And I was like, whoa. And prizes were like lots and like loots of makeup. So I was like, you know what? Why not enter? And I won. And I won.
Oh, wow.
And I won. And I built my entire makeup kit from winning YouTube contests. And from that point on, people realized what I was doing because every time I showed up somewhere, I was like, extra, like, hey, this is just a teacher meeting. Halloween? Like maybe like, that's kind of how it was. And then that's kind of what got people to ask me to join the play. And then they realized that I sing a little. I'm not going to talk about how often I sung in Japan, but they're like, well, try out for the role. And we did like our own Japanese multicultural mix of The Wizard of Oz. And I landed the Wicked Witch of the West. So I got the villain song of the show. The villain songs are the best songs. I got the villain song. And from there, I got back home and it was pretty much a wrap. People figured out what I could do. And I saw Yaya Han in a Daenerys Targaryen cosplay from the books. And it was a wrap. I was like, all right, cosplay it is. And I've been here ever since.
So I love that. I love how you had this like organic, genuine path that like led you up to cosplay. And Alex and Rio, please cut me off if you have any questions. But I'm just really interested in having you tap into one, what are your like favorite looks to do, like makeup looks or cosplays that you do? And then you also do really like cosplaying villains. So like talk about that. Like what kind of feeling that gives you and who's your favorite villain or maybe top three,
I don't know if I have a favorite villain. There are a lot of good villains out there. Man, like, so my favorite kind of look is colorful looks. Like the more crazy out there, the better. Now I could do simple looks and that's great, but I like to be able to flourish a little bit. And you can't really do that if you're doing like a wedding or something like that. You can't make no decisions on your own on that because the bride, that's not something you can do there. But if you're doing a fashion shoot, there's some room for interpretation if you're the only makeup artist there. So that's kind of like why I lean towards that because I get to be more creative. And villains, I feel like people don't tap into villains. Like I feel like people
tap into the darkness.
Tap into the dark side, Like I feel like most of the time they're just put to the side because they're villains. And they're like, well, I want to be the main character. I want to be this. Unless it's some like standout, everybody's talking about it villain, they're not really going down that path. So, and I also think they have some of the best character designs out there. Their outfits and armor, be extra busted in a good way, and I feel like it presents a different challenge. And also, I think I like to blur the lines. I don't think I gender bend to make the cosplay look like a girl. It's just I'm a girl cosplaying this character. Like I'm not trying to turn it into something else, but it's me. in that character space. Akuma being a very big example.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. My favorite. That one was my favorite. Because I'm a big Street Fighter junkie. So
Okay.
seeing Akuma, I was like, all right, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. King of the villains.
He is,
so,
right?
I got to ask you.
Yeah.
Now that you did Akuma, you know what you got to do next, right?
Who?
You got to do Oni. You got to do his
Oni version?
Yep. You have to put that together. There's no way around it. You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
Can't avoid it. Nope. I want to see
White
it.
hair? Are we doing white hair?
Yes.
Are we going to do the white hair? Okay.
Yes. We got to do it. I want to see this.
I will do it. Caveat. Only until I get the equipment that I need to make his symbol glow.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
If
you want to go hardcore,
Oni,
all right.
I'm going to level it up. If I'm going to do it, let's level it up.
All right. That's cool. I'll let that slide. Because I've been waiting for you to post that. I haven't seen it yet. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's somewhere in the works.
We'll see. I'm always open to suggestions of people to cosplay or characters to cosplay. There might be some that I know and would love to do, but just never think about cosplaying myself. So let me know. Give me some suggestions.
Okay, I got you. The whole Street Fighter villain roster. Okay, we need some M. Bison. All right.
You would be a dope
Bison.
Yeah.
Who else do I want to see? Oh, I definitely want to see Balrog. You
really?
can get Balrog off. You could get Ball. Have you seen his newest costumes in Street Fighter 5?
No, I haven't seen his newest stuff.
Some of them are pretty all right, especially the one with the hoodie on. He got the joint with the USA hoodie, and I'm like, that joint look fire.
I mean, I already have the chain, so I guess that works out.
All right, bet.
I wouldn't mind coming up with a collie, to be honest with you. But, I got to figure something out because he doesn't wear anything.
Yeah.
From the waist up.
So does Sagat. So I was like, let me not suggest Sagat because
I could figure my way out, around it, but yeah, it's later on the list.
Yeah, you gotta go down the costume list, like his his alternate costumes, and try to find the one. Okay, there's a shirt.
There's a shirt. Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly. I think the Sagat would work. You could just do like the Japanese wrap, around your midsection, and then with you being the badass makeup artist, yeah, you could easily just do the scar coming out of
Well, the scar is supposed to glow too, with hatred for Dan's father. I told you, I know too much Street Fighter lore.
That's true. I actually just got some art commissioned of Akuma, and I'm going to be dropping that soon. And it has a little surprise, and you'll see when I drop it. So.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I definitely want to do more villains. And I also kind of want to go right across and just do princesses just to mess people's minds up because people don't see me as,
doing the princess thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
very cool.
Yeah, that's always been a thing I've always liked about you is that you have those two sides, like you're the villain and you do the gender bends, and the gender bends are often villains. Yeah. But then you have the like Disney princess. I'm gonna do a musical number.
I do love musicals. They're really good.
So now I also have to ask, back to the whole Japan thing. How hard was it to learn Japanese? Give me some type of hope.
I don't think. Okay, so how much Japanese? Like, what is the level you're trying to attain?
I'm just trying to say, hey, yo, can I get this cheeseburger with a bathroom at a?
Okay.
Can I rent this hotel?
It's really not too bad. You can learn those phrases pretty easily. Honestly, it's your pronunciation that'll probably be the hardest part. Like once you know what it is, saying it, so they can understand you will be the hardest part. But that, I think, give yourself like 2 or 3 months, just like actually.
Okay. Hardcore.
Not hardcore, but like, once, 2 hours a day, maybe.
Okay. Because, so I also need to know how to tell somebody I busted your ass in Street Fighter. So
you could also learn that out in the 2 to 3 months that you plan this.
Okay.
Now, the writing, on the other hand, I can't tell you that you're gonna ever learn all of that because it's a lot. I know the hiragana katakana part, which are like 26 symbols each. And katakana being the what they use for foreign words.
Yeah,
like
for foreign
French
words.
fries would be in katakana. My name, your all's names.
Yeah, I learned
katakana. Right. And hiragana is, theirs.
Traditional.
And then you have kanji, which is Chinese, but like the standard learning is you have to know 10,000 of them for
God damn.
Yeah. Like that's the base. The base.
Rio said, yeah, like sadly I had to go through this.
No, like, my tattoo is kanji. So
okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Like
it hurt a little.
It's a lot. It's 10,000 base, and it's kind of funny because like Japanese and Chinese like is different, right? But they can communicate if they can both write in kanji.
Yep. Oh.
So like in that weird kind of like we're getting around the system. I'm on a flight to Japan from China. I might still be able to get what I want because we both write in kanji.
Okay.
So it's kind of nifty.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like my Chinese buddy, he can read my kanji.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? I was like, no, this is, I was like, this is Japanese kanji. And he was like, no, I can read that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, all right. Well,
like, we've been doing it for way longer, fam. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, didn't China introduce writing to Japan or gave apparently?
China gave, if you want to say it, China gave Korea and Japan a writing. Like, I feel like Korean was the third one in the group. Like, it sounds like Japanese and Chinese just went and became Korean.
Okay, all right.
Like, to me, like, you can hear, like, even when you hear Korean, you can hear some Japanese sounding words in it. So it's gotta all be connected in that way.
Yeah, and I feel like Korean characters are just simplified versions of Chinese characters. Like, if you look at the writing side by side, Korean looks more like, I guess, boxy instead of more,
more curvature.
Yeah, like cursive to, if you want.
Instead of looking like a cyber truck, it looks like a Nissan or something. I don't know.
I mean, Korean, if you didn't know what you were looking at Korean, I would feel like Korean looks like crop circles. Kind of like the little circles and random.
Yeah.
You can see it right now that I
say it. Right? Now that you said it, I can definitely see it
now that I can say it. But when you look at it, I'm like, that's some interesting stuff going on. But, and I think Korean, I don't know if it's easier. I think they're all difficult to learn. I think Japanese is easier to say.
Yeah, it is.
Than Korean and Chinese. Like, when I try to say, speak Chinese, I don't speak Chinese. Let me back up. When I try to say, Chinese words or like a statement that I happen to know in Chinese, it always kind of sounds like if I were to put, an apple in the back of my throat and speak around the apple is when I feel like you sound like you're speaking Chinese.
True.
Wow.
It's like you're speaking around an object to get to your point. That's just weird, me having free time in Japan observations. So, yeah.
Fair enough. This conversation made me have a revelation because Alex is always accusing Rio of being a secret military operative.
Yes, he is.
I have another theory. I think Rio's a samurai. That explains the tattoo. And don't forget Yasuke. So he is both black and Japanese. Therefore,
Chinese.
So he has to be a descendant of Yasuke. That's
Well, I'm black Chinese, so yeah, you're still right.
I'm still right. I'll make it. So. But yeah, what do you kind of make of that movie? Did you hear about Yasuke while you were in Japan?
No, not at all. I would say the thing that surprised me the most that I heard about all the time was baseball. They love baseball over there, and I'm like, wow.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Rio shaking his head like, yup. It's true.
They love they love so when I went so I taught kids, right? And they just for some reason because I'm from the US, I guess they assumed that I knew more people than I would possibly ever know. So like the famous Japanese players that are playing in America, like one or two of them, that's like big names, like they've made it. And every time they came up to me, have you heard of brother? And I was like, I know he's there, and that's about it. But they love talking about that. They love fried everything.
What?
Fried everything.
That sounds
directly
opposite of whatever I thought of.
Dude,
right?
Korean fried chicken. Korean fried chicken is a thing.
Well, yeah,
but
that's banchan. Yeah,
it's different. Like I don't know. Like they fry everything. All their vegetables get fried. All their fish related, products get. I mean, you don't have to order it fried, but it's available to be fried.
Anime lied to me.
And also, I don't know how you could. It would be very hard to be vegan in Japan because everything is made with fish stock. So like. You have to know that going in. Like in Asia, that's really difficult to do.
Fish sauce.
Really, I mean, carnivore, do not have to concern myself with this problem. But like I've had friends, I was like, you don't want to eat that. They're like, it's soup. I'm like, it's fish soup. Like, so you need to just put that aside and maybe ask. And the thing about it is they don't do substitutions like we do. So asking for one, they're like, well, what do you mean?
Right.
Yeah, they're like, this is how it's made.
This is how it's made.
Are you disrespecting my culture?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And once you learn that that's what it's like, you stop asking for substitutions unless like you have to. Like, I will die if there's peanuts in this sauce, like that kind of deal. But it's very, school is exactly like school in anime, if you wondered, just like it. Not as dramatic, because clearly,
anime is hyper dramatic. Yeah.
But the school sports festival, probably one of the dopest things I've ever seen in my life. Do you know Son Goku Basara?
I have no idea. Well,
all right.
Is there an English translation
you would
for
like
that name?
This one.
My next question is, what were some of your favorite animes that you got turned on to while you were living there?
I don't even know if I could. I mean,
what was the one that you were just about to talk about? What was going on with that one?
Son Goku Basara. It's a samurai based anime, so you would like this. Think Samurai Champloo, but like
that's my shit.
Feudal era version.
Ooh.
Oh, true.
And the action scenes are 10 times better.
Wow. Better than Samurai
Champloo?
Yes, and I love Samurai Champloo.
Let me write this down.
You're talking some heavy shit right now.
I'm serious.
I'm just first.
Hold on. Yeah, write this down. Okay, we gotta.
I
don't even know how to say this name.
Now, so I could get this. Let me find an English name because I don't know what
it's called. Because you said that way too fast for me to even understand.
Right.
Look at Rio.
Got it.
God damn.
Right.
What's it called in English? Does it have an English name? Hold on. It's made by Capcom, if that helps.
I love Capcom.
Anime?
Capcom made anime before. They did it for Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, they do Street Fighter, but that's because it's a video game.
But it's an anime.
I guess.
They did it for if you bought the special edition of Street Fighter 4, they gave you a whole.
They wrote the original story. What were you gonna say?
Okay, I found it.
Send it in the group chat, Rio, right now.
So
that's your mission.
I knew about this anime going over there, but like I said, sports festival. We've all seen an anime sports festival episode or two.
Oh, My Hero Academia.
Right, they're wild, right? Crazy, and it's like that. Like there are weeks they take time out of school to prepare for the sports festival. Like the kids aren't going.
Wow.
They're planning. They're doing their cheers. All of that is real. And I remember coming out because I got introduced came out because I'm like a special teacher because I'm the only American person there and teaching kids English. So I get like a little special announcement. I come out and I see the field. Those two characters you saw, they had full life paintings by these kids on each side. The red team and the blue team.
Wow.
That is
like
nuts.
Like the cheers, all those, like, you know how they all in a row and they all have the like, all that's real. All of it is real. Every last bit of that is real.
We need to step up our education game out here. We need to let our kids take some weeks off.
Every little bit of that is real. Things that aren't real, or at least not for my experience. I taught in 6 different schools over there. So it's, I guess, a decent range between 3rd grade and 10th grade. So that's a pretty wide range. And bentos for lunch is not a real thing.
Oh,
like, you know,
that's
those
not
little,
real. Yeah, the little boxes.
Perfect.
That's your girlfriend
lunches.
might make for you.
Yeah, those little perfect thingies. No, you have them. They're there, but you can't bring them to school.
What? So what do you got to eat? You got to eat what the school gives you?
Designated lunch. Everybody eats the same meal. Everyone, teachers included. I wasn't even able to bring my food. I had to eat food that was made by them.
Wow.
What if I want my turkey burger?
I mean, you could bring it, but I wasn't trying to be that person. So
man, I'm about to sneak my turkey burger in that bitch.
I ate, you know, and honestly, I'm very happy for it because it forced me out of my food comfort zone. It forced me out because it's like, well, either I'm eating what they're eating for lunch or I'm not eating today at work, you know? Yeah. So you gotta, you know, find what you like. And then eventually you start liking things. And you're like, oh, I want more of this. Can I get a scoop of that, you know? So that's something that doesn't happen that you see all the time in school. They clean their own schools. That's real. There's no janitors. No such thing. No. The students clean their own school. Yeah. All schools. That's a real thing.
Wow.
That is the one thing I wish, like, like that, if we implemented kids cleaning their school,
they would respect it.
They would respect the school. They would have the cleaning skills once they left school, because a lot of kids, you know, they're lost on how to do that domestic stuff when they're not home, you know. So imagine being made to clean up your own school and mess since you were in school until you leave school. That's 18 years of you learning how to clean right.
Yeah, I ain't learning how to clean shit. If y'all look at this room, that's why I bulked it out so y'all can't see that shit. This thing here, you see it's a stool.
You imagine how much money, like, any industry would save if we cleaned our own places? Like, that's wild. Like, that's so wild to me. And I was like, that's cool. I wish we brought that back. And I wish we implemented their gym system. Like, they go to gym like 3 times a week for like an hour a bop. Like, those kids have to do gym. And I'm like, if that was something that we did, the problems we have wouldn't exist. Because
or they'd be very rare.
Very rare, right? Or like, and even still, like, even if you know, eat whatever you want, right? But you would have the incentive to go work out later because you've been doing this for literal ever.
All right, Rio, you gotta change some things in your house. You ain't living up to the standard, man.
I know.
It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like that in China. I've been to Hong Kong twice, but I don't know if it's like that in China.
Well, Rio wants to be Japanese, so you know.
You're world traveled.
I am 20 countries in, and I'm hoping to
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I need to be tagging along with you. What the hell?
I'm telling people I'm trying. You coming with me?
I'm coming with you.
You coming with me, girl.
Once this corona's over, I'll be going to Japan. I was supposed to be going next year, but
that was my plan too. That was my plan to go next year. I really want to go because I got, like, the Gundam was there when I was there, so I got to see the Gundam.
Lucky.
You know, the
my friend got to see it too. Yeah. I hate him so much. Show me that damn picture.
It was so great because you got to see the light. It lit up. You saw the face move and all that stuff. It was dope. But now they're trying to make it walk.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw them rebuilding.
I want to go back. If it's gonna be Gundam Wing Kogias in here, I'm ready for it. Like I'm really ready for it. And I was like, I'll go back for that. I'll go back for most things. I mean, I spent there 2.5 years, and there's so much I didn't get to see.
What was your favorite thing you saw there while you were there for that 2.5 years? Like, what was the thing the thing that you remember the most there? That was your favorite.
That's real hard. I have so many. That's so hard. One that just pops out of my mind. I won't say it's my favorite thing, but it's up there. So you know the movie Memoirs of a Geisha?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember that scene when she's walking through those orange gates?
Yeah.
Those orange shrine looking pillars in the movie, and she's walking up, she's all by herself, and it's all mystical and beautiful and stuff. And that's in Kyoto. And I went on a trip with some friends and to see the temples, and we went to that temple. So I got to go to that little area from the movie, and it brought me right into the movie. Mm-hmm. And so I was having like a real life nerd, like surreal experience.
A nerdgasm.
Right. And something comparable to that is when I was going to Venice. I was living in Rome at the time, and I was living in Rome at the time, and I was like, "Hey, we gotta go to Carnival." Hey, we're like, "Hey, we can't be in Italy and not go to Carnival." Like Venetian Carnival with all the masks and the big ball gowns and all that, like. So we went to Venice for that. And from the main island to Venice, because Venice is on water, there's a train. And the train doesn't really have like side rails. So when you look out, you don't see the side rails. So if you know in Spirited Away how the train floats on the water in Spirited Away.
Sadly, I never got to see.
Oh my goodness!
I know. I need to.
But I highly recommend Miyazaki films. Very good.
Well, it's on HBO Max now.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
So
there you go. But there's a moment, like just imagine like a train on water, like the tracks are under the water.
Oh, that's tight.
And that's in Spirited Away, and I was on a train like that, and I was like, holy crap, like this is exactly this. And then I will say finally the Pantheon, no the Colosseum. And I'll say the Colosseum because we all know what happened in the Colosseum.
Yeah, Gladiator.
Craziness. But when you walk in there, like, you know how you feel a space, like you feel like you know something's happened in a space. Like when you walk into the Coliseum, you feel that place. Like it just feels like there's something just like
heavy,
like sitting on top of you.
You feel Bruce Lee beating up Chuck Norris.
Yeah, very, very.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Nate.
Hey,
all right, don't you ever disrespect great
Bruce
Lee.
He had to taste the slipper shoe. Okay, that's what he had.
It don't matter. Bruce Lee ripped his chest hair out, so it don't even matter.
That's right.
But yeah, you feel like it was like you felt it, and like when you left out, you immediately went away. So like
the
when
spirits
things
are still
happen
there.
in a place, like you imagine how much death happened in the
too much.
So that's there still, like that, like that grass is fertile because of that. You know what I mean? So,
wow.
Sheesh.
You feel it.
Yuck.
The food is great though. The food is great.
Well, I'm here for the food. Trust me.
Yes.
Food is great. It's great. But you won't gain no weight. Let me tell you why. You gotta walk everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah. I have a car when I was living in Rome. Mm-hmm. I had a car in Japan, but not in Rome.
I could wear rollerblades though.
What kind of car did you have in Japan?
I had a K car. I had a tiny, like, little K car with a yellow license plate. You know, like in the movie from like all those little Japanese like movies and stuff. I had a little K car, and it was black, and it was my little baby. I loved it so much because like I was right on the outside of like major cities, so like I was far away enough in the suburbs. They're like, we should, take her to a far place.
So you were in Maryland?
Yeah.
You were pretty much in Maryland,
I was in Baltimore, but the county, so I still needed a car, So yeah, it was like that, and I loved it, but also was crazy driving on the left side of the road. I'll say that.
Yeah, I've done that.
It's
I hit
wild,
a curb.
right?
Yeah, I hit a curb because I forgot that the rest of the car was on my left.
Yeah. Yeah. It was rough coming back because I'd driven on the left side for 2.5 years. So when I came back to the US,
oh yeah,
there was times how if you're out at night and you're like the only one on the road. Like I remember very vividly, a friend was in the car with me and I made a left, and I was on the left side of the road, and I did not even notice that I was on the wrong side of the road.
Jesus.
Until she was like, "Are you gonna?" go over there. I was like, what's wrong? Like, I'm literally oblivious to the fact I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. And then she was like, yeah, go to the right. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, wrong country. Okay, cool. Yeah. But thankfully that's only a one-time occurrence and it didn't happen in traffic. So that's great.
Yeah, that was nerve-wracking for me. When I went to Trinidad, I saw my uncle driving. Well, I'm used to seeing when I was young, I'm used to seeing my uncle drive in America. So when he went to go rent a car in Trinidad, I looked at him like, nigga, what you about to do with this car? But oh yeah, we're gonna go riding around, and this fool riding on. Well, can't say fool because he was riding on the right side of the road. Right. But me, I'm terrified out of my mind. I'm like, we gonna die because we're gonna make a right turn on red, and we gonna die.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
That is weird to get adjusted to, just to see that. It
really is. It's awesome that you go to. I just came back from Trinidad. I missed it so bad. So like you brought it up, and I'm so sad. I'm not there in the sun with. Yeah,
I wanted my mother to leave me there one time because she was like, "Oh, you keep being bad. I'm gonna send you back to Trinidad." I'm like, "All right. Where you sending me? Okay. Paradise, nigga? All right, cool. Okay. Let's go."
Exactly. Like I'm good with that. I'm really good with that. Like
I'll be bad as you need me to be. Go ahead. One-way ticket. Don't gotta bring me back. I'm good.
Exactly. Everybody's pretty over there too. So
yeah, they are. They are.
And no reason to come back.
Yeah. But anyway,
we'll talk about like once you came back, you've kind of been up to a lot. So what are you up to now? What is your I can't talk right now. What are like some of your favorite shows you're watching right now, especially with all this quarantine stuff going on?
Yeah, we ain't got nothing else to do.
True. Of course I'm back on my Avatar. Can't stop watching it, won't stop watching it. Get it, love it. I mean, it parallels literally everything that's happening right now. And the show came out like 50 years ago, like all pretty much to the T. It's pretty crazy. BNA, the new kind of like Beastars Zootopia.
Oh yeah, I watched Beastars. Yeah.
But it's BNA got it beat. Like watch BNA. It's so good, and it's short. It's like 12 episodes, so you don't.
Netflix, Google Plus. Okay, all right.
Netflix.
Why did I just say Google Plus?
I don't know. There's nothing on Google Plus.
Yeah, that shit's dead. Never mind.
It is dead. It's so dead.
You said BNA, right?
BNA. Yeah, literally just BNA. I started watching Vikings. I had seen like a first couple seasons and I fell off, and now I'm back on. And it's crazy. If you like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings,
I love Game of Thrones.
You will like Vikings. So
Vikings?
Yeah.
Also on Netflix?
No, Amazon Prime.
Shit. Nah, that's my girlfriend.
Amazon Prime.
I got Amazon.
I would say Game of Thrones because it's a forever fandom, but I'm not watching it right now. I have all the books, so that's good.
Okay, so what does? Okay, I just watched a TV show. All right, I'll admit I never read the books. Song of Ice and Fire is the first book, right?
Song of Ice and Fire is the name of the series.
Oh, okay. What's the first actual book in that series?
Game of Thrones.
It's literally Game of Thrones. Oh, I thought it started off with something else.
Game of Thrones, I think it's what's after that? Clash of Kings.
Okay, all right, Clash of Kings.
Yeah. And then it's like Feast of Crows, and it keeps going.
Okay, so Song of Ice and Fire is the actual name of the overall. Yeah. Okay, and then Game of Thrones is just one book in a.
Yeah, and they just kept it going, Game of Thrones?
I guess I'll just start with that one. I guess, even though the book still ain't finished, isn't it? God damn it, this nigga! If he don't hurry up with these damn books,
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like right now he's just doing it on purpose. Like at this juncture.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
He's doing this to piss people off.
Like I'm pretty sure it's just like sitting on a desk somewhere, just
chilling. Yeah, probably
getting dust all over it, and probably is extra mad that Dan and Dave destroyed the season 8 of his show.
Yeah. Okay. What did you? Okay, let's get into that. What in the fuck happened?
2 things. 3 things. First of all, you know how they always do those little like talks after the show. This is why we came up with this.
Yeah.
Fans of the show. And I'm like, okay, big fans of the show. If you're gonna go into a show knowing you're only willing to do a certain amount of seasons, you already fucked up. 1. 2, they realized, and the crazy thing is because they know the ending, so they knew the ending, so it's not really an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
But with actual 5 books worth of source material, this show could have been still going for another 4 to 5 years.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Just waiting for like even with the books coming out, like with just the 5 books we have, we could have had 10 seasons. And there's so many things that are left out. Now I understand a lot of them too. Like I'm like, all right, that we didn't need it for the overall understanding of what's going on.
Certain situations, yeah.
Right. But there are some things that it's just like, it would have enriched what you know about Game of Thrones had you seen it, like in the show. Like the world's expansive, but it's nothing like the books.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos of people like expanding out on the world. I'm like, look at all of this shit that was here. And y'all didn't mess with none of this.
None of it. And the problem I know a lot of people have to understand is that it's not, the show itself isn't as diverse as it could be and probably should be based off the fact that the books are diverse. Like there are characters that they mention on many occasions with black skin, dark skin at that.
Yeah, like the ones that live on that island with the butterflies.
Like they're islanders. I mean, there are people in the free cities that are, of brown descendants of, multiple types. Pretty much Dorne.
Yeah, Dorne is Africa, sort of.
Like, black Arab. It's a hodgepodge
Middle Eastern,
of whatever, But, brown people, So
I feel like they should have started. So where Game of Thrones started, right? I feel like they should have went further back in time to give us more space and more room. So like with Ned, and dang it, now I can't even remember his name. Robert and and have them tell their tale when they were teenagers. Remember, because like the Mad King ends up killing, killing the other brother and all that other crap.
Yeah,
they could have told.
That.
No, but here's the thing.
They're doing a prequel series.
That's stupid.
They're not going to do that. They're skipping.
They're going way before that. They're going way before that.
Oh, like are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when White Walkers were invented.
Yeah, exactly. Like when where White Walkers literally came to be, like thousands of years before.
Thousands of years.
I thought they were going to do the Mad King War.
Yeah.
No, that's what we want.
I would love.
They probably
it should be called Robert's Rebellion, the whole show, and we should get 3 seasons. It should be the whole thing. Yeah, there's enough material in that war by itself.
I know that
like 3, 4, 5. If you want to start them out as kids, what? Like 5 seasons, 6 seasons, easy.
I was so excited just watching the YouTube videos of people explaining what happened during Rob's Rebellion. I was like, this is nuts. And you all did not think this was important at all?
That's another thing too. Like we have the mountain. The mountain's a big specimen of a person. You have like Sandor Clegane, but they're all very like tortured ass characters, Well,
let's see where
Robert
the torture came
from. Fun dude. He was a fun dude, and he was good at being a soldier. He was real good at fighting.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because all of the books explain how strong he was, how tall he was, how nobody could go against him. Anybody who ever tried to start up a war, he was like,
Yep, squash.
Like every time. And I'm like, only thing we ever did in Game of Thrones was shit on him. Like that's all we did through like the 7 episodes he was alive.
Yeah, they chopped his head off and then just shitted on his family the entire show.
Yeah, it was.
The entire show, the Starks were.
I mean,
oh,
Cersei.
Yeah. You want to be like a
love
Stark?
To hate her. You love to hate Cersei. You love.
Yeah.
But she ain't have to take Ned away. But she did have to take Ned away. Ned is like the Brawley or the Kenshin of the show. You know that they're just too busted to be in the show because if they stayed in the show, there would be no show. So they had to kill Robert off because he would have stopped all of this shit in the tracks. They would have not had it. So, yeah.
That's a sweet, disappointing show.
Dave and Dan, like if I saw them on the street, I can't say out loud what I would do, but like I really.
Nah, you could say it. This is a free-form show. You can say whatever you want.
Why? Like why? And it's not like you didn't have the money. HBO was giving you blank checks.
HBO had the bread.
They were like, just put the numbers in. Like that's it. That's it. And then they're like, oh, Disney money, and then they didn't even stay on that. So I'm like, you left it for no reason.
They were dickheads for that.
They were. They were. I'm gonna be sad and salty about that for the rest of my life. So
me too, because like I want to watch it over, but I already know when I get to a certain point, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I mean, I wonder if we can get a change.org and get 1 million signatures and have them bring them all back. Y'all want to play this again?
Fix my damn show, yeah.
Fix my show, please. I bet you most of them would say yes. I really feel like they would. I mean, most of them met like either a life partner or their best friend.
Yeah, I didn't even know
they grew up.
They was out here getting married and stuff behind the behind the lines of the show. Yeah, Jon Snow.
And he grit, like,
you know nothing, Jon Snow. I didn't even. But you see, the thing is, you could kind of tell that they had something on the show. I'm like, dang, they doing this really well. Like this little relationship they got here is really good.
I mean, I believed Khal Drogo and Danny's, but they weren't together.
Yeah. But
I believe that. I believe that a lot. Like that was
right.
Well,
I
know. Yeah.
That don't mean they gonna get married, you know.
Right.
But they got married. They got married.
It wasn't good how it
started.
No.
Where it started, it was awful.
Yeah, it ended up real great. It ended up pretty nice. So
yeah, for ancient times, it ended up okay.
yeah.
For ancient times.
For marrying children off, yes. It ended up pretty darn good.
Yeah, very dark beginning to that relationship.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I knew Danny was going to be crazy. She shouldn't have gone crazy as fast as she did. That was a weird ramp up. She was like normal and then crazy in 2 episodes. And that was weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, the pacing was awful.
That's what I'm saying. They could have stretched that out for at least 2 seasons. Even if you want to end it fast, you could have stretched out her craziness over 2 seasons.
Exactly.
And the thing is, like some people were saying, "Oh yeah, like oh no, the twist is she's not even gonna be crazy." Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, she's gonna go crazy. There's a history, like there's a little bit of science in Game of Thrones. Like when you, for everyone who doesn't know this, if you inbreed, you have the possibility of causing certain mental issues. Yeah, and
just
one of it
in general health problems.
Yeah, and just in general health problems. So one of them is a psychosis issue where you will go mad and start doing irrational things. Like famous in World War II. I didn't even know this, but you know, the main villain of World War II, Adolf Hitler. I did not know this, but yeah, he is the product of inbreeding. And that explains a lot. Now I'm like, okay, take over the world for no possible reason, try to kill off an entire race of people. Now it makes sense.
Another thing a lot of people don't know is in the books, Dany is considerably younger. She's like 16 years old or something.
She's
so, and she comes into all this power.
Yeah.
And I mean, imagine us at 16.
Yeah.
And
wouldn't
like
have been able to do it, bro.
Right,
like,
we've got to rule over all these people.
Yeah, and you made me a queen of a horse raiding tribe where they'll just murder and pillage in my name immediately.
Yeah.
Like immediately. Facts. Like
and I'm 16.
initially.
I'm like, hey, yo, go get me that PS5 real quick.
And who was I was always a fan of, and like people hated on me. I was always a fan of Sansa. Like I knew eventually she was gonna come and walk all over these niggas. Like walk all. She had no option. She was under Cersei's training, Littlefinger's training. Who else? Her father's, Ramsay. Every person who's ever like been over, she has learned from them.
Yeah, I noticed that. It took me a while to notice that.
If anyone knows how to play the game, Sansa knows how to play that game. Like that's
she should have been queen. She should have been queen of the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah, she should have been queen.
The whole shit. Yeah.
She's learned from them shipping her back
all
and forth through all over the Seven Kingdoms. She knows everything. What doesn't she know?
Everything.
And everybody that she learned from is dead.
And everyone she learned from is dead.
And guess what she learned how to do? Not die.
Not die. And people used to hate on her for that. She was like, oh, she's scared. She's just trying to live. Yes.
Duh, yeah. Yes. Survival is the name of the game.
She's like 13 in the books. What else are you going to do? Like Arya is an exception to the rule, but that's always because she's always been the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Like, that's who she was from break. It wasn't some revelation that she came to once shit got bad.
Nope.
She was this person already.
She was a fighter.
Yeah.
She was born to be a fighter.
But being that person comes at a cost, because you see, throughout Arya's character development, how she tries to like walk that line to like keep herself from going too far over the edge. You know what I'm saying? So there's a
hey man, but sometimes you got to become no one.
I mean, right.
Ned embraced her like being like that. He didn't force her to be like the princess, like because he noticed young, and that's why he got the guy to train
her. Like you might not like it, but I supported you. That's real father material right there. I tell you what, like. Yep. That's real fun. And like the lesson she learned from just that, like those few weeks of training, she kept through the entire show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm no one, I'm a dancer, a water dancer, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Serial Pharrell was that nigga. Like that's what that was. Like it was pretty crazy. And like Arya,
she was a medieval ninja.
Like honestly, she made sense. Now the end, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it or something.
Don't worry, they'll be all right.
Wow. How okay, Jon Snow should have killed the Night King. There is no reason on this. There's no reason that he did not kill him. Like, how did she get past the dragons and the other Night Watch? How did she get past?
Well, apparently her no one powers allows her no one to see her for some odd reason.
Apparently. I was just like, this is kind of unrealistic that like none of these magical ass creatures could see this chick. And then she like, Troyed in there. Like she was ready. She announced her arrival. You know what I'm saying?
And the Night King did nothing. Who happened to be like have hyper reflexes and everything, but all of a sudden he just goes, I didn't see this coming. Oh my God, she's coming right there. Oh.
Now, what I would have been okay with is if Jon Snow didn't kill the Night King, he would have killed the dragon. Because remember that like in the show where he was like,
he was stuck between
them, and then you see him run in front. He just yells something, and you don't.
And it blacks
actually
out.
Hear what? Like if that was the case of like, hey, I'll take the dragon, get the Night King.
Yeah, that would have probably made more sense. Yeah,
I would have been down for Jon Snow dragon and ice fight. I would have been down for a dragon versus a dude fight. That would have been an interesting fucking fight.
Yeah, and that would have been cool because you know how he walks off at the end and how he goes beyond the wall. So he could have been like the dragon beyond the wall. Like they could have gave him a cool title. Like he slayed an ice dragon.
Yeah, and
the dragon beyond the wall or something.
He didn't do that, and like he was built like his whole character archetype was built for this moment, and they didn't even give it.
Yeah, which doesn't makes no sense. Like a god brought you back to life,
right?
And you didn't do your job.
And you didn't do anything. Like that's wild to me. And I will say, you know how they have like all the gods in the show, like all the different religions.
Yeah.
So you know for a fact the old gods are real.
Yep, we know that.
And R'hllor, that red priestess on.
Yes, the red priest.
Like,
yes, she's definitely real.
She's real. Like, I don't know about the rest of them.
Nah, the 7, they ain't real.
They ain't real.
The 7 ain't answer nobody prayer.
No, but R'hllor is real.
Yes, she is. I will never question her ever again. When she took that necklace off and she tried, I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna stop talking now.
The other thing is I was hoping that Jon Snow was gonna go by his real name at some point.
Oh
yeah, and
stop
his journey. Letting people, he embraced the point that he's a Targaryen. Like,
because his real name is tight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. But I understand why he didn't. I do. Like, Jon never wanted to be in control of nothing. Ever, never did he want that. Like, he didn't want it. Like,
the reluctant king.
Yeah, like the only thing he ever wanted was to be like an equal brother to Robb. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. He
wanted family.
Yeah, and he
wanted to be a Stark.
And he got it. And I mean, he is half Stark, so he is a Stark. Yeah. And he looks just like them. He didn't favor his Targaryen side at all.
Yeah, and notice he's not crazy. Because he got a little Stark blood in there, and he got a little Targaryen blood.
Yeah, like,
not crazy.
Dany is a descendant of hundreds of years of inbreeding.
Yes.
Yep.
Hundreds of years.
Nestor.
Hundreds of years, and it's like, and I love how Cersei was like, "Oh, the Targaryens did it." I'm like, "That's how you got Joffrey."
Exactly. He's crazy, man. Yo, I feel bad because I feel like if I see the actor in the street, man, we might have some little fisticuffs going.
You know, he stopped acting because of that.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, he don't do nothing because everybody was like, yo.
They would see him on the street and think he was Joffrey.
Yeah.
And just start treating him like he was Joffrey.
He played Joffrey too good.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing like when Monique was in what was that movie?
Yeah.
Precious. Yo, she played the villain so good that I forgot she was Monique, and I was like, yo, F this lady, yo. I was mad. That's how good she was in that. So I'm like, sometimes you just too good, man.
Yeah.
Joffrey. Go ahead.
I think everybody who watched the show couldn't wait for Joffrey to get off. Like, of all the villains.
We wanted him dead.
Even Cersei was a little redeemable.
Yeah, she was like, yeah. Cersei was redeemable. Joffrey, nah.
Yeah, we were like, nah, let's take him off the board. He's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cersei was redeemable when she had children. The moment she no longer had children, that chick went off. Like,
yeah, she was
all the shackles, all of them, fucking like Dragon
But we kind of rooted for her.
I mean, a little bit, but not really, because I didn't really want her to blow up everybody. That wasn't really what I wanted to happen.
They deserved it.
No.
I'll side with her there. They deserved it.
No, they didn't. No.
You were a dick to me. You made me walk through the street naked.
Yeah, because you were trying to kill me. Like, I feel like that's not, like, that's another parallel to real life.
Yeah.
Unequal punishment for the crime. Like, that is something we're big at. Right.
I'm cool with that one, man. I'm blowing you up, man. You ain't gonna have me walking around the street naked.
Marjorie and her brother didn't deserve to die, though.
They didn't. They really didn't.
Because Marjorie actually was trying to do the right thing the whole time.
Grandma? Well, no. Were they trying to do the right thing? They were trying to do the right thing for them.
She was trying to temper that dude from destroying the freaking kingdom. And
but it was
succeeding.
But they also did it for their own personal political gain.
Well, yes. Why would
it wasn't really to save the kingdom. It was kind of for themselves.
Yeah, it is, because they aligned.
And she poisoned the kid. No matter how crazy Joffrey was, poisoned the kid.
The queen poisoned Joffrey. Queen of Thorns did it, not Marjorie.
Okay, your grandma did it, so the whole family.
Queen of Thorns could do it again. Goddamn it!
You know how we do
about
it.
That shit.
You know how gangsters go. If you attack my family, all y'all gotta go.
Look,
we gotta take you all out. I'm sorry.
At no point was Cersei always throws the first stone. She sees it and she picks it up and throws it. So anything that happens to her should be expected. The problem is she doesn't, because she's so high on that Lannister
she don't see where she made
that
the mistake.
She can't possibly see that what she's doing could possibly be.
Wow, who's that sound like in real life?
Right. I mean, the whole Lannister.
Rio.
I mean, the whole Lannister.
Sounds like Rio.
That's kind of like their mark, though. They're famous for having like a god complex a little bit. The only one who was more down to earth was Tyrion and, Jaime.
Yeah, because they treated him like shit. Like, he got treated awfully.
Exactly.
Like, only reason why he was alive is because he was royal. Like,
yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Right.
They didn't even want him.
Yeah. And then Jaime got humbled along the way, and that was the only thing that made him
by getting
realize.
his hand chopped off. He had to lose a whole hand to learn some lessons. That's too much for me.
I mean, it's better than losing a dick to learn some lessons.
Nah, yeah, I ain't trying to be no eunuch. They can keep that.
Like Reek.
Reek. It rhymes with leak. Like, it's wild.
That's a sad lesson to learn.
You see how bad he looks in the show? He looks like the best version of healthy self. In the books, he is like, his hair is white, half missing. He's missing fingers and toes. He's missing that portion of him. They make him sleep with the dogs. Like, he is, I mean.
Damn. I need to read this book.
You need to read the books. You want to learn how to mind control somebody? Read the book.
Chop their dick off. Oh, yeah. Read the book.
Well, that too, apparently. Yeah. That'll do it. Speaking of, I don't know if you noticed.
Oh!
There it is.
I need that.
House Stark.
For all those listening, she's holding up a House of Stark cup or mug or chalice, if you will.
Dine is real pewter.
I need to put some
Of course, it has to be real pewter.
I have to put some Yingling lager in there.
Exactly.
Modernize it with some Yingling.
Whatever, man, it's your cup. Put whatever you want in it.
Damn, we just turned into a Game of Thrones podcast.
We did. Anybody want to ask a question that's not Game of Thrones? I'll totally. I can do this for like 8 hours, so you have to move. You have to steer it somewhere else.
Well, we'll talk about that later then.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I have someone I could bring on that we could talk Game of Thrones with too. So yeah, you got to come back, Tranquil Ashes. I got somebody else we can bring in, and we can probably do a.
Janine?
Oh no, not Janine. Casterly Fox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did a shoot with her out in New York, and yeah, she cosplays as Cersei a lot, and she does this wine tasting Wednesdays type of thing, where she dresses up as Cersei and tries different wines. So
that's dope.
That would be dope to have all of us on there. Now we can go in on Game of Thrones.
Yes.
We're going to go in season. Yeah, season by season.
Season by season, book by book. I'll come dressed up as Queen Sansa. Don't play.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
We go. Queen Sansa was
once Earth opens back up, we need to have a panel.
with them red roses. With the tree on the joint with the
yeah.
That joint was fire. Somebody, yes, you got to cosplay that. That was fire.
And her black outfit, because
Queen of the North.
Real.
Oh yeah, she wasn't playing no more.
She wasn't playing no more. It's like, no colors for me. I got niggas to kill. So like, seriously, I got people to murder, and like.
See Rio?
I'll be Grey Worm.
See Rio? She says nigga too.
But I don't say it like you.
I'm a Sunday.
Yeah.
Everybody tells me I should cosplay her. You know,
oh yeah,
Masandi.
Yes,
it's like a step to.
Yeah, she's from the aisle. She's from the aisle with the butterflies, right? That will kill anybody else.
You could easily pull off Masandi.
Easily.
That's like
yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh.
We can't stop. We can't stop.
I'm trying to think of something outside of Game of Thrones, but
right. And now it's like,
what are you up to now? Okay. And like, what do you want to tell all the little cosplay hopeful children and all the wee lasses of the world, as you would like to say?
The wee lasses of the world.
Because you've been, you kind of like endured a lot in this community. So kind of just speak on your resilience and what keeps you going.
Um, Honestly, it's really based on your foundations initially. It
Mhm.
really helps if you understand that you are okay, while you do the things. And
Mhm.
it's hard. Trust me, I understand. It's definitely hard. But I was told, and I believe it, that like you never know who's watching you. So you just doing that thing that one time might make someone who's never thought they had the possibility of doing something like that give it a try. And that wasn't what I was going for when I was started doing cosplay and makeup. I just did it because it was a passion of mine. But now I'm like, okay, yeah, like it's time to show that like they say cosplay and nerdism and anime is for everyone. People don't really act like that. So I'm trying to make it like that. So, and in terms of just endurance, I mean, as a brown person, as a black person, I'm going to get, well, she's not that color, he's not that color, the typical
Typical
comments you
bullshit.
get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The fact that I'm not a size 2, I get that comment very often. Like those very stereotypical, I have nothing better to say or do with my day but to make fun of you who's actually doing something with their day. So it's hard to like zone it out, but I just kind of use it to fuel me mostly because it's like, well, you said I can't do it, but watch me blow this out.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
And look
gonna be
better than most
amazing.
people.
Hell yeah,
Try to
that's what
put it
I'm
together.
talking about. I
Watch
like
me
that.
blow this out. And like the style of cosplaying that I do, I'm not a replicist, I guess. Someone who replicates something like down
You put
to.
your own twist to it.
I always put my own twist on it, and as long as I keep the theme straight, I have to have this, and this to be identified as this character. And then I'll put my own swing on it, like my armor rose quartz. Like no one ever thought about putting her in armor before, but I was like, what would armor rose quartz look like?
And it made sense. And
it made sense.
And you know exactly who the character is. It's not like you don't know.
So
Exactly.
here's a question that I've got for you now that you said that. Do you sketch out your designs before you start the build?
I get a general idea, and like my ideas morph all the time in like the process. And that could be a variation of factors. One, hey, this actually looks better than what I sketched. I'm gonna keep this going. Or like something like, hey, I don't have these resources to make this thing. How can I make this with what I have? And just really just kind of trying to find the creative way to do things. I think imagination is extremely important. I think art in general and creativity in general is underrated and severely under attack, which is crazy to me because literally nothing would exist without art. So I don't really know why people look at it as something not important or something that isn't worth the same dollars as, say, a computer coder or something like that. What is the disparity? Like someone had to creatively imagine that ones and zeros can go together in this sequence to make this computer work. Someone had to imagine that first, create that first. So everything that we have starts with art. So yeah, I sketch, and sometimes it turns out just like it. Sometimes it turns out nothing like it. And I'm like, well, you know what? Happy accidents.
Yep.
Happy
Bob Ross.
Yeah, exactly. Happy accidents.
Quote the legend.
Right.
Exactly. I didn't even realize I did. Awesome. Happy accidents. And like my Akuma is actually a happy accident. And the reason why I say that is Miss CC over here asked me if I wanted to do Street Fighter. I was like, well, who should I cosplay? And the one girl that I wanted to cosplay was Chun-Li, and we already have one. So I was like, who could I cosplay? And none of the girls were really. Oh, no one else was really like hitting like my desire to really want to, cosplay. And I was like, wait a minute.
And then you found the Dark Lord.
Then I found the Dark Lord, the one of 1,000 fists, and I was like, how can I make this happen? How can I make this happen? And I got that together in a day. So, and I had no idea it was going to be popular. No idea like people were going to like that. None. And it became probably my second most famous cosplay.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Plus,
yeah.
I like the twist with the denim instead of the actual gi.
Yeah,
It's a more rough. Like it's more because like with the ropes and the denim, it feels tougher for some reason.
I call myself Punk Akuma. I'm a punk.
Yeah,
it works.
We were doing it for a punk photo shoot. It was a punk fighting.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the denim was going to work.
Yeah, so they were like both happy accidents in that aspect. That's why I had the denim jacket for the street, and I chose to do the Street Fighter Alpha version because it was like something different.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Was
Speaking of, I need to download that on my PlayStation 4 right now.
So, Alex, we're gonna have to do a Street Fighter episode now, right?
Oh yeah, we're doing a total.
So we can do like the whole history of that. We need to plan that soon.
If you do that, I will cosplay Chun-Li.
Okay,
we already know what I'm doing. So
all right, let me put these down on the list. So we gotta do a Street Fighter and a Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones one gonna be long. It's gonna be like multiple episodes.
So
yeah,
it's gonna be like a whole series situation because
so long.
We have a lot to talk about.
It's so much material. It's so much material.
We gotta think about how we going to like organize it all.
Oh, we're gonna figure that out. Don't worry, I'm putting that on the top of the goddamn list. All right? Street Fighter and Game of Thrones. Now you talking my shit.
Lord have mercy.
Did you Mortal Kombat? I'm down for that.
Oh yeah, I saw your Kotal Khan here.
That body.
That was
I can't make it. If I just go like so.
There it is.
There we go. Isn't that pretty?
Thank you. Let me tell you, body painting people is hard. Wearing body paint is hard. Like both are equally as difficult. Because one, you don't want any of that to come off or on anybody else's stuff or the building, whatever, And then like once you're missing some of it, it breaks the illusion. So it's a lot. It's a lot to be in body paint and in armor because it's hot.
Yeah.
It's very, very.
Hey man, I might end up eventually giving in and cosplaying one day, man.
What are you gonna cosplay?
I got two in mind.
Okay.
Got to do Piccolo. I got to be a good dad. And of course, I got to be Thanos.
Oh, all right.
Got to do the bad guys.
Can I say the obvious one?
Raphael.
Luke Cage.
Me? Luke Cage?
Yes.
Luke Cage.
You can do that.
Luke Cage.
Okay.
All right. Do me next.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, tell me something that you thought about cosplaying before.
So I've cosplayed twice so far. I've done, of course, this is like so generic.
Naked Spider-Man.
No, the first one was Deadpool.
Okay.
Which is like so like of
overplayed.
Course,
that's fine.
Everybody's done Deadpool.
It's a great character. It's fine. Yeah.
I did that in New York Comic-Con just so I could like
run the best place to do it.
And just annoy people. And yes, Spider-Man PS4.
Naked Spider-Man PS4.
Wow. Okay, well,
to each their own.
I'm trying to get him to start a OnlyFans so he can put up his.
I was just about to tell on you what you told on yourself.
I was trying to think like
I know what my next one's gonna be though. But I'm gonna need help with it. My next one that I want to do is Saitama One Punch Man.
Okay.
Oh, of course. He's not giving up on One Punch Man.
I don't know
I'm not.
if you have hair underneath there or not.
I do. Well, I do, but I shave my head bald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be easy. That'll be good.
Oh yeah.
That'll be good. You'll look great. You'll look good. You'll look good as One Punch Man.
I need a good costume though. Like I don't know whether I want the form-fitting one or the baggy one.
You want the form-fitting one.
Okay.
You want the form-fitting one with cell shading, sir. That is what you want. That's
Exactly.
what you want.
With the cell
See?
shading.
You added something to it. See, we didn't even think about that.
Look, I know. I gotta find one. I gotta find
With
one.
the cell shading, and if not, I cell shaded by hand before, so you can hit me up, and
All
I'll
right.
cell shade it for you. So,
Badass.
yeah, like it makes it not so flat, like
Yeah.
like one wash of yellow. You need some like depth in there to
I do
Yeah,
have Luke Cage's
absolutely.
beard. I just realized that.
You do.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I can just shave off this side right.
Exactly.
Get
Oh,
you a
fuck.
chain.
Super easy.
Yellow T-shirt.
A yellow tee.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Well, that's like Walmart and Amazon, bro. Like that's super simple. Like
That's
you
easy.
got it.
Okay. Well,
You got it.
I guess I'll do that while I'm taking people's pictures. I'll be photographer Luke Cage.
That's how
Yes.
I shoot. That's how I got this far closet cosplaying my way.
Way through.
I just
Absolutely.
stuff here and painting stuff there.
Here's a question,
Shout out
Rio. Name your top 3 animes if you have the top 3 animes.
Oh, God.
Ooh, top 3.
Oh God.
Interview on us now.
I can tell you my top 3 right now, but of all time, if I had to say of all time,
Dragon Ball Z.
well, I was gonna go for a movie, Ninja Scroll.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We did our
Okay.
review for that
Okay.
years
Okay.
ago.
I got
Years
right-
ago, we ain't that old.
No, well,
It's
yeah, I know. Yeah.
that was
That-
I feel like before we were born that shit came out. It's old as hell. But yeah, go ahead.
But my top 3 right now, I just restarted Demon Slayer. I just restarted watching that.
Demon Slayer is a beast.
My Hero Academia
Okay.
Okay.
Of course.
Everybody loves
and Attack on Titan.
Okay.
I could totally see you in an Attack on Titan outfit.
Yeah, you could do it.
I could see that.
One of the soldiers.
My Hero Academia.
My favorite character on My Hero Academia is Mirio.
I knew you were gonna say it because that's what exactly I was gonna say. You should do that. Your personality's bright. You have a very bright, it's bright.
I would want to grow my hair out though if I was gonna do him. Grow my natural hair out and just kind of style it
Well, you can always get
like-
a natural hair wig and have someone style it for you to keep it, with the whole natural look.
Right, yeah, that's true too.
You
Yeah.
know.
I'm guessing. Hold on, because I haven't been catching up on My Hero Academia. Is that the guy who goes by Lemillion?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say because that is your personality.
Yeah,
The same beady eyes is on Rio.
Right.
He's smiling like
The
shit
first
right
thing I
now.
thought was that for sure.
Yeah, you're
What
Lemillion.
was your you could play a pretty good Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, Batosai.
Hmm.
The Batou side. Like
Huh.
If you're going as the Batosai, I'm going as Shishio. Because me and you all keep going back and forth.
Exactly.
that works. That works.
All
But
I need is
you
some
could
ace
make
bandages.
a really good Rurouni Kenshin. I think the red would look good with your skin tone. You clearly already do some physical form of
Working
shit.
out.
And so that works out. So you already have that aspect of it. The scar isn't too hard to do. You can either just, literally draw it or have someone do it, a little realistic looking
Yeah.
scar or whatever.
I'll put it
And
on your cheek for you.
It's a pretty comfortable outfit. You won't be
Oh yeah.
uncomfortable with it. That'll be pretty comfortable for sure. So look it up. I think you could do a good run, Ronnie.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that one. I'll have to look at Kenshin.
Rio was like, "Stop it!" when I said I'd draw a star on his cheek for him.
I mean, we already know you're gonna be a Domino eventually, CC. And
Oh yeah, true.
let me see who else.
That's gonna be cool.
Right, she's gonna be a good Domino.
Yeah.
What you finna do though, Anita?
Me?
Yeah.
From what?
I don't really. I mean, if you don't wanna, cause some of my cosplayers I be telling people, and some of them I don't.
Oh crap!
I
That's my mom
mean,
calling me right now.
that's on you.
I thought that was me.
No, I was saying, what are you? What do you have any cosplays in the future that you plan to do that you would want to share? Yeah.
Do you guys know the anime Hellsing?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Alucard. I plan on doing Alucard.
Ooh.
And I am building armor for him. So
Nice.
Oh.
yes.
Hello. That's gonna be a popular one. People really like that.
I really have a really strong idea for it. So I just and it's it's a 100-200 hour type like situation, but when it comes out, it's gonna be fire. Like I'm gonna be proud of that when I'm done.
Now is the best time to build.
Yeah,
there's plenty of time.
That's true. I've actually, like the next paycheck and all the foam that I'm gonna have to buy.
It's not like you're gonna be missing any crazy parties or any cons. So.
I know. That's so true. I'm definitely not. It's so sad. It makes me so sad. But it's okay.
They just canceled Dragon Con, I think.
I mean, I'm glad they finally did, because it was weird that they were holding out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything until next year, and even then, I don't.
I feel next year is gonna be iffy until the summer. I'm not even gonna fake because January, I know everybody gonna be kind of nervous. They're gonna want to be out there.
Yeah,
we gonna be out there, sort of. But
if how the second wave goes too, that's gonna really determine how and when things get back to any type of normalcy.
Yeah, I mean, people are traveling now, and they some brave folk. I'll tell you that. Like,
I ain't getting on no
traveling, like going to Florida, like the hotbed of everything. Like they're going there to vacation. So I don't know that. Yeah, I think the summer is probably the soonest we're really gonna be able to get a con next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go to, like Rio was saying, I wanted to go to Japan next year. Like I had a plan to go to Japan and hit up all them crazy. I wanted to go to the Attack on Titan park. I wanted to go back to see the Gundam. Of course, the food is excellent. Just live it up and like get all the stuff that you can't buy here. There.
Do you watch the anime Food Wars?
I love Food Wars, and you should totally do it. You should totally do this. Yes.
What me?
Yes.
Which character though?
Soma.
The main character?
The main character.
You know who I was thinking? The what's the dude with the white hair who does the spices?
Don't spoil anything.
The one that looks like Yami Malik or like
Yami
Malik from Yu-Gi-Oh. Yes. Also him. But only reason why I would say not him is because I feel like you gotta know, like with Soma, like his outfit's very distinctive. I think that dude is just wearing like a white shirt and some pants.
Yeah, right.
And that's not really gonna like.
But I think he's kind of tan though, isn't he?
He is. He's tan. He's very tan. But like, I feel like you would have to put some extra work in for people to know. Like,
right? Yeah.
You'd have to have a side by side. Like, you could grow that up.
I'd have to walk around with spices.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like throwing spices on it.
And then people will start calling you Salt Bae, and then they'll just get it all messed up. So like.
It also depends on where you go. Like if you wore it at Katsucon, there'd be more likely a chance that you'd be recognized.
Right. Yeah, true.
I mean, there are people who have mistaken my Akuma for other people.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
How dare they?
What's his name? The dude that's green in Street Fighter.
Oh, Blanca? No.
I get called Blanca all of the time.
Oh God.
And I don't even understand why I get called Blanca. But like that, when people don't know who I am, I say I'm from Street Fighter, they say Blanca. And I don't know why, because I have the beads. I'm like, I feel like the beads is like the thing that
the beads. And first of all, the beads and the ropes would tell you that it's not Blanca. Blanca never wore ropes around his fists ever.
No.
He had chains. He had a metal chain around both his arms and legs in Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
I'm gonna tell you why they confuse you with Blanca. One, because of the hair. The hair is a similar like texture and length. So I think
sort of.
They still look very distinct. So I'm still like, eh. But also, like if they don't know Street Fighter 2 at length, the people who don't play Street Fighter the most, what character do they pick when they play Street Fighter? They pick fucking Blanca because all you gotta do is shock people to death.
Or E Honda. They choose E Honda because all you gotta do is hit the punch button.
Yeah.
Or they pick Chun-Li because you can just hit the kick button.
Right.
No, Chun-Li not that easy. It's that one move.
Hi.
You going?
That was adorable. You.
Uh-oh, he got into daddy mode there. He's like, hey.
That was adorable, and I loved every minute of it.
It
was really good. But no, I get Blanca a lot.
Lock that door.
And I just be like, no. I'm like, no, I'm Akuma. And they're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why are you
Definitely.
so bad? He's so
Alex is locking his door.
Oh, he really locking the door. Wow. Yeah, because you
yeah. I don't know. Like
I'm already in trouble.
So basically that tangent was to say that even though I like that guy, I feel like that's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be like, so you're a guy in regular street clothes and you're wearing a white wig today. like that. Like,
Right, yeah.
Like
True
I feel like that's what
story.
it is. But if you're Soma has very distinctive red hair.
The red
His
hair.
shirt has the symbol on it. He has the
Yes.
apron. He has the little tie thing.
Yeah.
Like he's got very like specific things that make him him. And I think
And as I get older, I'll just transfer into cosplaying as father.
Exactly.
Smart move, and then have your son cosplay as him.
Right.
No, yeah.
You could cosplay Somo on your solo tip, and then you could cosplay the other dude when you with the group, when you with the squad.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that'll work. You gotta get a whole squad. Like you have to have the meat girl. You have to get meat. You have to have her there. The other main chick whose name I forget because I don't care about her too much.
Yeah, the rich girl.
Yeah, the rich girl.
The one who tried to shut down the restaurant.
Yeah, I very rarely.
I just started watching, so I don't know.
Very rarely enjoy the female lead. Very rarely, and if I do enjoy the it's the best friend who's the gangster. You know what I mean? Yeah, like for example, I would say like if even something as simple as Scooby Doo, I like Velma more, but Daphne was definitely the main girl, the female lead.
Yeah.
But like even Sailor Moon, like Sailor Moon is my favorite, like pretty much my favorite anime of all time. Sailor Moon was like my least favorite.
Yeah.
You know,
it wasn't until I got older where I was like, she's 14.
Right.
This actually makes some sense, you know. That
14-year-old me was not here for her shit. I'm like, bitch.
Me neither, which is crazy because when I was her age, I was like, this is no. Like I'm like, why is she so like I really had issues with her initially. And then I was like, no, even though she's a little ditzy, she a ride or die. She's ready to go for her people. I'm like, you can't ask too much more than that from somebody. Goofy and all. So I was like, nah, she's cool. But initially I was like, like you're the type of person who smells food and gets kidnapped immediately. Like you're gonna go down the hall with the cake at the end because you see it and you're like, it smells so good. And I didn't have lunch because I didn't finish my homework. And I'm gonna go get this cake. And then all of a sudden you're in the villain's den, kidnapped as shit. Like that's what happened.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like nobody would actually do this. No one would actually get kidnapped or like taken this way. Right. And so like it takes me out of the show. And then I'm like, okay, I shouldn't be even saying that because I'm watching anime. There's no
anime makes no sense.
I gave up. I was like, oh, okay, well, this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Like this is what we're doing now. And so and they've gotten better. Like leads have gotten better as anime has gone along, you know.
Yeah.
I think it had no choice.
Better. Dubs, it's like we didn't realize how bad dubs were until we got better dubs. So
yeah.
Thank God for good dubs.
Yeah.
I mean, but I miss the old dubbing houses. Like Funimation didn't used to be the only one.
True. They have a monopoly on it.
They have a monopoly on
the US market. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. On the US, I don't know what it is like anywhere else, but on the US market, 100% got the lock on that for sure.
I blame Rio for that.
I don't have anything to do
I'm
with
gonna just blame Rio for everything.
I watch my anime.
It works that way.
You would also make a really
Boo.
dope Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh,
You
this is a
make
PlayStation boy right here.
Yeah.
dope
He heard of
Squall.
everything
You
from
make a
PlayStation.
super duper dope Squall.
I played Final Fantasy VIII before I played 7.
I played 8 because it was my first Final Fantasy. So yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played any of them.
Squall has a lot of details to his outfit though.
But it's still, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not the worst. And
No,
it's, also,
no.
it's not the worst. And it's still like fairly normal clothes. It's a jacket, some gloves, some pants. Yeah, there's extra buckles and zippers because it's Japanese. Yeah. So, you know, there's that. But I feel like it's pretty like, and you get a little like cool scar down your face.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right across.
You get a freaking gun sword. Who doesn't like gun blades? Like that's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Tier.
Yeah.
Speaking of gun blades, Soul Calibur Cervantes gun blades.
Oh my God, I can't even tell you how many times I've been shot off the ring. Or out of the ring.
You're welcome. That's who I play. You're so welcome.
Because of Cervantes.
I will cosplay him one day, but it's nothing more satisfactory than watching the opponent get up and shoot them directly in the face, and it ends the round. Especially if ring it ends the round. Like it doesn't get too much better. It's so disrespectful.
Oh my God, it is.
So I gotta ask you, should I buy a Final Fantasy VII remake? Is it worth it?
Oh yeah. I already did.
You said that fast.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, definitely buy that.
It's definitely.
And I need to go get Ghost of Tsushima.
I'm about to play it after this pod.
Oh really? Nice.
Yep.
I saw the trailers and stuff, and it looks amazing. Amazing. I'm excited for PS5, guys. I can't explain to you how excited I am for this station right now, because I feel like it's the first time in a long time we've had like single player games, like really
single player games.
Single
player games. That's why I have my PlayStation too.
Yeah, like,
thank you for saying that out loud, because Rio don't believe it.
I have zero things against competitive games, because that's fun. I like fighting games, competitive games. That's great. But sometimes I just want to play the game
by yourself.
Myself. And I wanted to be in the world by myself.
And the best games to play by yourself are on PlayStation.
And that reveal was like 90% single player games. So, like,
it really was.
Did you hear that?
That's true.
By yourself. Okay, let's not get into that. All right, let's go.
Yes.
Because we want to go off the rails.
Oh no.
Real.
And okay. No. So as we close out the show,
because the babies is coming.
This has been the interruption episode.
Son.
It's so cute.
You have shamed me.
He's adorable, like really.
Yeah.
So you've seen my entire family.
Right. Oh my god. Y'all should do Aang. And like you should like yes.
He would be a good Aang.
He would be a good Aang.
Are you gonna be tall?
Me?
Ooh.
Yeah, you.
No, I'm talking about his family. I'm not talking about me.
You're saying his family.
No. Like you will be Aang, and your wife will be Katara, and then your baby will be the first, like, you know, what's his name?
First new airbender.
What's his name? Oh my god, what's his son's name? I can't believe I forgot it. But anyway, his first son.
I haven't gotten that far.
So adorable. Oh no, they don't show his first son in the show. You're all right.
And yeah, they don't. He's in Korra. He shows.
Yeah, they
the grown version. Tenzin, that's his name.
Tenzin. Yeah,
Tenzin is his firstborn, and he's also he's an airbender.
Yeah.
So if y'all did a little airbender family, I might die a little bit. So you should indeed do it. And if y'all don't do it as a family, you could be Aang hand over fist. Super easy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like what? Adult Aang?
Yeah.
Like,
Aang.
Do they have a design? Do they have a design?
Yeah, they do.
Well, yeah, they do.
Yeah. I mean, and also you can.
It's not hard to figure out. Yeah.
You can still do his original outfit, but just be an adult. It's not really a kid outfit. It's a monk outfit.
It's a monk outfit. Yeah.
So, you know, it's not really like designated for kids. So I think you could totally pull it off. And you just, do the little arrow.
The arrow,
You
yeah.
could be,
Ooh, you could be in Avatar mode and have your eyes
yeah.
glowing.
Or Marcus the Visual, like he does a lot of Avatar, his own spinoff. Like you can maybe go that route with how you style your Aang, your version of Aang, and that would be super duper dope because he hasn't done an Aang yet, like in those colors. So you could bring that to the table.
Yeah, Rio.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put those at the top then. Saitama and Aang for my next two.
And
I'll be Sokka if you're gonna be Aang.
What?
I'll just throw I'll throw boomerangs at
not
you.
Uncle Iroh. Not
Oh,
Uncle Iroh.
I would be a good Uncle Iroh.
Yes, that would be good.
I'm being Uncle Iroh so I can
you
so I can put some little drinky drink in my TT.
Yeah.
And I can totally see you now just sitting there like
Oh, Zuko,
Zuko.
stop being a dickhead.
Zuko, do you have some grape juice? We're playing a little bit of Pai Sho. And it'll be awesome. You would be a great Uncle Iroh.
I'm doing Uncle Iroh. I'm doing it now.
Now that you know. And you could be Zuko too. It's like the same coin for you, Rio. You could be both. I think you could definitely.
Oh, you could be Zuko as well. Hey,
yeah,
I could be
you
your
could
uncle.
definitely be Zuko as well.
I could teach you how to lightning.
Aang will be easier for him.
Yeah, Aang would be easy.
Aang will be.
He's already
easier.
bald. He's already a goofy monk. It's very easy.
And like I feel like you already got that like spirit going on.
Yeah, you would be an airbender.
He would be an airbender. Yeah.
You do have the airbender spirit.
That burn mark, so that's kind of like you got to make your face look.
Oh yeah, you got to do a lot of work.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Plus, he's got black hair, right?
Yeah.
You got black hair.
Yeah, I just grow my hair out a little bit.
Right. I feel like the hardest part would be that burn mark.
Yeah.
But you would be too happy.
Kind of complicated.
That's
his
the thing
outfit
too.
isn't easy. Like especially when he's in his like Fire Nation army,
Yeah.
look or whatever. That's not
got
very.
The little hair. When you got
little top knot. Yeah, that was.
So which Uncle Iroh should I do? Should I do Earth Kingdom Uncle Iroh when he just chilling in his tea shop?
Yes. Bossing say Uncle Iroh.
All right, I got it. Oh my God, why is?
And if not that, then you have to be. I'm about to bust out of jail, raggedy, about to stomp.
Yo, yeah, the dragon. Yeah, the dragon Iroh.
Those are your only options.
Yeah.
Look, our fan is calling me. Oh, he got it up. Our fan is calling me back. All right, he's ready for us to be.
He's ready for this episode to drop already.
Right, so yeah, let's close this one out since he's ready for another episode.
Right, you gotta edit this right now.
Yeah. So, all right, Tranquil Ashes. How about you? Tell us where we can find you, and we'll close out the show.
I am Tranquil Ashes on all social media. Tranquil Ashes with 2 S's on Facebook. Tranquil_Ashes on Instagram, and just Tranquil Ashes on Twitter. I'm definitely mostly on my IG, so definitely check out my IG and a YouTube and Twitch soon to come.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I got one last question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Where did you come up with the name Tranquil Ashes? Like, what inspired that?
Oh man. So I've always been a person that liked oxymoronic like things. Like I like the very yin yang idea of it all. Like I've always been very
organized chaos.
So yeah. And also phoenix imagery, because ashes, tranquil ashes, a phoenix comes out of the ashes. So it's like I'm basically like a quiet fire, and you just gotta wait and see. Like
right.
It's pretty much a very it's very symbolic. There's a lot of ways that I go with it. I feel like it just fits who I am as a person. Like I can be very fiery, that very phoenixy, very bold, and I can also be very subdued and like be by myself for days on end if I wanted to or whatnot. So it's a push and pull, and I like that in a name. So that's how I chose it.
Yeah, I like it. It's neat. It's a cool concept.
Thank you.
That's an even better way to close out the show. Thank you, Ria.
So, all right, I'll do mine. You can find me, Rio, on Instagram at Griffin_Studios. And you can find me on Twitter posting my gameplay stuff on Rio_Griffin.
Yeah.
All right. CC.
CC the Geek on all the old people platforms, as Talon would say, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Mhm.
Don't forget to follow HBCUCon on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And let me just say how proud I am of Tranquil Ashes and all her accomplishments. A lot of people may or may not know this, but Tranquil has pretty much been my primary, like basically my only makeup artist since 2018. So a lot of the cosplays you see and a lot of the looks you all fall in love with, she's a huge part of that. So like, yeah, man, I just want to give you some flowers.
If I could blush, I'd be blushing right now.
Okay, so make sure you guys follow Everybody Gets One at Everybody Gets 01 on all platforms. You'll find it no matter what. And yeah, don't worry about following me. Goodbye, everybody.
No, we're not doing this. Metro_Tom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
On Twitter. And what is it? Alex Thomas Photos on Facebook. Boy.
Goodbye, everybody.